So I had to record this really quick. Well, I actually just want to record this really quick. And it was something that I received this morning as I was praying. I went into this deep, praying and fulfilling, and God got on me. It's I'm like, why am I feeling like such a blockage, like a faking? And I heard, because it is. You're performing. If you gotta pray to me like that, you don't believe I exist. I'm like, man. Or like I'm a hard taskmaster. Man. That was so real. Just ask me. When your children come to you, you be like, Mommy, I love you. You're the best. What do you want? I just want some cereal. Go get some cereal. I already put it in the pantry for you. Like, if I say God is, my father and my mother, why are you coming to me like that? Come to me correct, please. And just ask me. Alright. I got my lesson. That was all for now. Good morning. So much has happened. So many choices has been made. So much that needs to be said. Well, desire to be said more. The first thing that I realized was I understand what Abba was talking about when he said everybody stays stuck in the training ground. I was reading over the path and it just hit me. I'm like, everybody's supposed to usually go, on both sides of the path. And I'm like, what does that even mean, though? In a way of everybody has an opportunity to go through the path. You'll walk and you'll see, people be like, man, I just knew, I was supposed to do this and I didn't. Are you, people get upset with their parents, but their parents done a great job. You know right from wrong to get back on the path to life. Everybody knows what to do and what not to do. And everybody knows. And so as I was reading the path more in detail, I'm just like, man, everybody go through this, and not everybody passed this part of the training, and that's how people stay stuck in the training. Just get on the path. And my next thing was just embracing where I am. I'm full of, let me start there. I'm full of thankfulness, praisefulness, gratefulness of where I am. And I just want to keep going and keep reminding myself, I am who I am. I'm not my situation. That can change. A situation can change. The circumstances can change in a second. And if you allow that circumstance or a situation to determine who you are, then that's when people create multiple parts of them. And that's not okay. And then the next thing was about focus on being a producer, not so much a consumer. Meaning focus on what I received from Abba and bringing back something good and more. Go produce off of what he has given me and bring it back home. The next thing is a lot of conversations and how to speak came up inwardly for me this morning, and it's like, all right, now let's go do them. Let's do this thing again. The next thing was I spoke about the fake one, but the next one was being grateful. I just appreciate how God has been correcting me inwardly, and I've been having choices to, acknowledge them, accept them, and move forward within them. And one of them today, I'm so grateful because I've recognized that along the journey, but it never like fully been dealt with because of my lack of consistency and in the past. And so it was on the team meeting, and how one of the team members had like a phenomenal day yesterday and this morning, and how they really like connected. And I'm like, I had that hint. You remember, I haven't been ignoring it. I had that hint of that feeling like, oh, like almost like, how can I say, like, oh, don't want to celebrate it because it wasn't me, and wanted everything to be centered around me doing it. And so I'm like, what is that? Like, what does that help me? And so I'm like, I got reminded, like, praise your team. It's like, it's great that everybody, and this is my higher self correcting my lower self. And it's like, praise your team. Like, this is amazing that we're on one accord. That means we are all alike. Like, get on that one accord so that way that spirit can start flowing through here in this realm and bring Abba in the heavens and the kingdoms here. And so it got me hyped. And then right after, I get a text message from one of the other team members. And they were like, one of Gabe's mic was on because he was talking, obviously. And he was out and about at work. And so it sounded like music behind it, but it was very muffled, and it was beautiful how it was muffled. Do I know what it was? No, but I was hearing it every now and then. I mean, like, it just sounded very far away, like somebody was singing. Just really wasn't sure what they were singing. And a team member texted me. They were like, are you singing in the background? And I'm like, no, that's not me. And so they text back right away. They were like I heard you. Let me see. It was powerful. Let me see. They said, Kiss, was that you singing in the background? I said, not today, LOL. He's at work. They text back, I clearly heard your voice around him. I text back and I said, it's Harmony. They text me, and this was the amazing part, and I'll tell you why. They said, prayers cover him for sure. And then they text back, you sent the words. And obviously I start praising from there because I did speak over him this morning. It was super important for me to speak over him this morning. And I'm not going to go into detail about what I spoke because it's not the time for that. But it was beautiful to get that confirmation. Like, I just was told, like, my lower self, like, we are a team. Like, if you got that one, if you got it, we should all have it. Praise that. And so right away I get the message, and here it comes through. And I'm like, oh my goodness, if you just accept and move forward and just see love and peace when it, like, love your neighbors as you love yourself. Like, love your neighbors as I loved you, of your community. And it's just been a real blessing to see that, flowing through me and flowing through all of us as a unit, as a team. And it's super important for us to continue to go forth and not just do more of the hour speaking, but actually do our jobs and speak and speak and speak and bring people home. Another thing I learned about was, obviously, yes, because I went back to mental health, like mental healing, and I also went back to mental edge. And so in mental healing this morning, yesterday, as I was doing the health chart, I'm like, okay, what I know that the success laws of life goes with health and more like it's not foundationally it goes with health. But I'm like, what goes with healing? How can someone know how to heal? And so as I'm going through like the whole thing for myself, I get the answer. And it's simply the minds. The minds is what do it. And so I'm like, this is a blessing. So that was pretty cool as well. So I want to continue to embrace and grab that strength and that courageousness to continue to walk through this journey with me, with the team, and bring the blessings back to Abba how it was created to be. And so that was like my morning. That was my morning about much has been realized, and also the path. As I was reading it, I got sent back to it. I keep getting sent back to it, and I just keep reading it, and just really accepting it for what it is, and seeing it how the father and the mother see it, and not how I want to see it. And so it just helped me see, like, okay, you're on a great path right now. Stay on the journey. And I'm like, oh, this is what this is. Okay. And so it's just a blessing. Continue to walk out this path and get back to life. The path to life. And then lastly, second to last was dealing with, and just like something to keep me excited and change my mindset. I love to know how God thinks, what's God's ways. And last evening and this morning, I listened to the recording of more about God's systems. And so one of the things in there, a team member asked, Michael asked, it was like, how does pretty much God thinks? And so Abba was sharing with us something super key for my journey. And it was about vacation. God looked at working and serving excitingly. It's like vacation to them because it's fun and it's peaceful. And that helped me tremendously. And when we say going to rest, God look at it like a celebration to come spend time with the family. Huge mindset shift. Huge. And I have been just joyful about hearing about it. The last thing was me taking a nap. I actually got up at the time I was supposed to, and I had a choice. Like, are you going to stay resting, and are you going to get up and go do what you're supposed to do for the rest of the day? And I got up, super excited. And then the last one, I actually learned about God strengthened, but it really was more of just anyone overall, but as a parent as well. And so it was actually a vision, and it was me kind of like correcting him in the moment. And so in that moment, I have to be reminded what it was even about, like what the correction was even about. But there's this tradition that I accepted in my life, And it was about how you speak to a child, almost like a threat, almost like a threat of worship. Is using worship in the wrong way. And so in the vision, I was like, something to the accordance of, do it again and see, or see what will happen. And it was like, why are you? And so in the vision, God's strength does it. And so it was very, 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 it caught my attention because obviously it was literally in my face. And he didn't wait. He just did it. And so I was like, oh, yeah. And I put him down to start spanking him. But it was like I had no power to spank him. And so Gabe was in the vision. And Gabe, I was like, you know what? Because I knew it was like a pretend cry. And so I'm like, you know what? Go meet the dad. The dad gonna handle it. And Gabe was like, why? He was like, what did he do? And so I was like, he did this, 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 and this. You didn't see him? And so he was like, I did, but you spoke over him that he would do it. And so he did it. So it was a vision. And so I'm like, oh. And in the vision, I walk away. And this is another lesson. Like, even take those as good. Like, even in the unseen, have a beautiful attitude. And so I knew, like, programmed wise, like, it wasn't me. It was kind of like I was watching the other me walk away. And I'm like, and I got up. And so it helped me. Like, when you speaking, you can speak things over people. And the first thing that came up to me was worship. And I'm like, I'll get more clarity on it. But what I do know is start speaking good over everything, over every situation, over every person. I should not be speaking to him like that. I should be speaking just how I spoke before I went to rest. And he was doing something he wasn't supposed to. And I'm like, no, you're supposed to be obedient. Be obedient. Like, don't do that. Like, speak to him who he is. Speak to these people who they are. And not a threat to make them listen. It's almost like trying to control them because of something that you're not doing. And so that was the blessing. I'm sure many other things will come up, but I will definitely see you guys not you guys. I'll definitely be talking to you, Kisms and Raphael, in the evening. Beautiful day. One big thing, stay consistent. Don't think about no results. Don't think about nothing. Just do what you're supposed to do. That's it. That's all. That's it. Be Raphael. That's it. Be my Kisms. That's it. Speak how you know to speak. Speak when you're told to speak. Reach out when you're told to reach out. That's all you got to do. It's no need to think. Ask. Believe God exists. Move on. And you don't have to do no drawn out thing to make you think you believe. No. We're not doing that. Come on, we got this. Let's go.